Hello Chocks and Chocolates, I'm Queen, Chocolo Roberto here for another video review. This time a special one, the peanut butter Flipz. Yeah, so very excited for this one. Well, but I say that every time, I'm always excited. Who's not always excited for chocolate? But you're on the wrong channel if you're not, I think. But yeah, so very excited for this one. It's a new one. Yeah, basically, I think only available in co-op at the time of writing, the time of recording. I'm not sure if that's the case, but thanks for Scotty for putting this one out to me. Always appreciated. Does a great job of finding new chocolate, I have to say. Yeah, so this one, basically they do, it's basically a pretzel, you know, there's like, well, you see them all the time, don't you? You know, pretzels, obviously there's bread type things, but these are sort of, I guess you'd say there's hard, sort of savoury, snack type pretzels you get, and there's quite salty ones you get that they basically look like this really, but of course in this case they're covering them in a covering that's flavoured with peanut butter. So they used to be called pretzel Flipz back in the day when I was at college, I think. Came out to UK, but then they stopped them and they disappeared for, I don't know, 20 years or something, and then or however long it was, too long. And then they've come back now, yeah, rebranded and back again, and they've done a few flavours, done the regular ones like milk chocolate, dark chocolate, you know, I think salted caramel, they jumped on that bandwagon. And a few other crazy ones like unicorn flavour or something, which I don't think has real unicorns, as far as I know. But yeah, so, and maybe one other, strawberry cheesecake, I think. I've done, done the reviews of those, and there's peanut butter now, of course. So leading on from that, I've done over 650 reviews now, 660 I think, maybe even more at time of recording, who knows, too many. Lose track. But yeah, if you want to view those, I've got a playlist in this corner, will appear now, hopefully. So please, after you've liked and subscribed to this video, to my channel, well, like this video and subscribe to my channel, hopefully you will. Go check those out, yeah. As I say, keep you going for a long time, I think. And I'll put in, maybe it won't appear now, but at some point there will, probably at the end of the video, I'll put a pop-up to show you the playlist of my Flipz reviews. But it should be accessible now as well, so you can see that as well. It just doesn't pop up until I've specified when. And if you're able to do so, I've got a Patreon and a YouTube member program going on, so check those out. It'd be great if you could support the channel and yeah, help it grow, basically. Links will be in the descriptions, if not in the corners or both. So please check those out, hugely appreciated. Okay, on to the review. Yeah, so so peanut butter Flipz. So what's more to say? Well, first of all, I mean, I've got this pet hate about this. The regular peanut butter Flipz, they're in like 100-gram bags basically. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate, salted caramel, I think, maybe a couple of others. You can do white fudge as well, actually. But this one, some of these special ones, they do in 90-gram bags. So if you can see, where does it say here? 90 grams this one. So I first noticed it with the unicorns one, and I thought maybe they've reduced the size of the others, but they haven't. They're all still 100 grams, the other ones, but these special ones, they give you 10 grams less, a tenth of the pack less, and they're still the same size pack as far as I can tell, you know, just there's less in it, and it's just crazy. I mean, they're all the same. It's not like these ones are bigger pretzels, you know, so for some reason, or have air in them, or, you know, makes them lighter, but there's more of them. They're the same, you know, just give you 10% less, just because of the flavouring, because this is like a special one. It's not on really, I don't think. So it's a real, I can't see any justification for that at all, other than to just rip you off, you know. So yeah, it's not on that really, I don't think. So worth checking these packs when you check them, you know, just have a look. And if you look at this, I'll say the milk chocolate one and the dark chocolate one, and maybe one of the two of the other more regular ones, there'll be 100-gram bags. But these ones, the unicorn ones, strawberry cheesecake, I think as well, 90 grams. It's not on. I don't think that's on at all. We've got some gubbins on the back. It says flipping awesome. It says, so whenever hunger strikes, make sure you've got Flipz nearby. Flipz are the most flipping awesome snack ever. That's because they combine crunchy, salty pretzels with smooth, sweet, creamy peanut butter flavoured coating for an outrageous anytime snack. Anytime is the right time for a flipping awesome snack. Yeah, so they basically use the same thing on every pack. It just replace, I don't know, salted caramel with peanut butter. And then the actual description, it says, in English, EN, got the Dutch description as well, actually. Peanut butter flavour coated pretzels. Yeah, that Dutch and German as well is one of those languages where they combine loads of words, you know, that's a peanut butter coating is all one word pretty much, so it's like Pindars, snark, coating. It's just a really long word. Pretzels met ein. Then yeah, so hard to translate those things, of course. You know, if you're trying to just understand the language, you know, well, yeah, the whole thing will translate, but yeah, difficult. Is this for vegetarians? I think it says got the V sign. I think it's yes. Calorie rise per 22 grams. That's a serving apparently. 106 calories, 4.3 grams of fat, 3.1 of which are saturates. 400 grams, 483 calories, 19.7 grams of fat, 14.3 of which are saturates. Yeah, so there we go. But yeah, per serving, as I said, I think I said this right. I feel like I did, but just in case, 106 calories, 4.3 grams of fat, 3.1 of which are saturates. Right, okay, yeah, so very nice. So anything else to talk about? Well, I mean, it looks nice. They all look the same, these. I mean, you just changed this banner to be a different colour, and obviously the pretzels themselves are the different colour to represent it, but everything else is the same. So it's got like a sort of tunnel of, or whatever you'd call that. I don't know what you call those things now, but yeah, one of those of, of pretzels. Yeah, so it looks quite nice. Okay, right, yeah, nothing at the bottom here, just, this is a different colour. Same as inside, I imagine. Right, okay, so I think we should give them open then. Yeah, let's do it. Let's give them open. Okay, once again, I'm going to give these flipping awesome peanut butter Flipz an open. This is flipping awesome on the back. Whether they actually are flipping awesome, I don't know, but there we go. So thanks again to Scotty for putting these ones out for me. Co-op is where I got them from. I think they're only available there, but it might be... I think I might have seen them in Spa, I'm not sure, but I think Co-op's the place, basically. So yeah, so thanks to Scotty. Yeah, he always... don't know how he does it really, but he finds he's basically great at spotting new chocolate and stuff. So yeah, really good. So thanks very much appreciated. Okay, so let's give these an open. Let's have a look. Is there a tab somewhere? There seems to be any. Yeah, there's like a tear here thing there. I don't know if you can make that out. Is it there? A little arrow. Okay, so we'll see if it works. Yes, it does. That's handy. There we go. So you can see automatically. Very empty, this bag. Don't forget I've already ripped off, a fifth of the wrapper, so it's all, so it's very very empty, you know what I mean? So yeah, but there we go. It's always the case with these things, and of course you could flatten them out and things to make them bigger, but it's a very strong peanutty smell. Yeah. Okay, so let's see, so how many have we got in here? So I reckon it's probably 19, 20 in here. I think you get about 24 when you got the 10% off or something, the 10% added on, I think. Well, that of course doesn't add up, so the weightage or whatever, but yeah, so we're missing a fifth, aren't we? So yeah, so sorry, a tenth, so yeah, it is about 10%. So if we had 20, it'd be 22 normally, wouldn't it? Okay, yeah, so I've got 20, yeah, it is about 22 normally, I think. Although I don't know if the weight actually equates to that much, but you'd think it would do. Must do really, mustn't it? Yeah. Okay, so 5, 10, 50, yeah, so 20 we've got here. As I say, we're missing 10% off what we normally would have. So that's presumably would be normally 22 in the normal packs. As I say, their 100 gram bags is only 90, even though it looks the same. Just conning you out with a couple of pretzels. Yeah, so there we go. So per serving 22 grams. So what's that? 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's a quarter, basically for 5 of these. Yeah, so it's pretty much 5, isn't it? It's 106 calories, 4.3 grams of fat, 3.1 of which are saturates. So there we go. Yeah. So they're all standard size, so they do keep them. I mean, what you'd expect. They're all basically the same. You can see I've layered one on top of the other, and you can basically see all the way through. It's moved a bit there, but they're very much uniform. It's just I'm struggling to keep them together. There we go. So they're all pretty much identical. Might be some movement slightly, but so peanut butter flavour coated pretzel. So it doesn't say it's chocolate. Yeah, caramelised sugar. It doesn't say. It's weird. So it's basically a bit more like a Caramac type sort of stuff, I think. Obviously, it's got peanut butter instead of caramel flavour. So it's that kind of thing, anyway. So let's give them a measure then. So I don't expect these to be anything outrageous, but just in case, it's about 3.4 centimeters wide, and height is probably from the lowest point to the sort of dip in the middle, about 3 centimeters, and then the height of them, as in the width of the actual thing, about half a centimeter. And they're all quite nice, and there's not many bits where the sort of coatings come off, has to be said. This one here, maybe where it's come off slightly, you can see the pretzel underneath. But that's about it. There's not many. So they're quite well done, actually. I know some in the past were a bit worse a bit worse than that, but not too bad even then. But here, that's probably the only part. Maybe that slight little chip. There, you can see that. But yeah, that's really quite impressive, actually. I can't complain. And that's come off here, I think, when I poured it out. So let's give one a bit of a snap then, so I can see. If we can, so you can see there. It's like a very white sort of pretzel biscuit or whatever you'd say it is, but the outside is like a sort of dark orange. Yeah, like that there. You can see it's chipped off there. So there's another chip on that one actually. Not many of them there. Okay, well, it smells very peanut buttery, or peanutty at least. Yeah, I think we should give it a taste. Let's do it. Let's give them a taste. Okay, let's give these peanut butter flips a taste. Yeah, so they smell very peanut buttery, or peanutty at least. Yeah, so we're going to taste the full one. So it goes. I say I'm not a massive peanut butter fan generally, but I do like it in Reese's cups and all these other Reese's products and Kit Kat chunky peanut butters and things. So, let's see. Let's give it a taste. Odd one. Normally the pretzels themselves are quite sort of salty and very distinct taste. You know, you can even underneath say the taste of whatever coating you can taste them. But this one, because the peanut butter flavour is quite, I guess, quite salty in itself. Can't really taste the pretzel that much. Unusual that, because the pretzel's quite a strong flavour normally. Doesn't taste overly it is peanutty, I guess, but it seems to have a bit of a caramel taste to it. No, I'm just imagining that. But yeah, interesting one. I feel like the peanut butter. Oh, there, I got a bit of the salty taste then of the pretzel. But it's not overly prominent as much as you'd think. You can hardly. I mean, it's the first time out of a couple of them that I've tasted it. I think maybe it's just harder for it to sort of hit that point on your tongue, I think. Very interesting then. I think it's quite interesting actually, because it just means you don't really. The pretzels take a bit of a back seat. None of they're so prominently strong in their flavour. It's just all about the pretzels with a sort of hint of a taste of something else. But this time, I must say, for whatever reason, possibly because the peanut butter is just quite salty in itself, or it just nullifies the pretzel taste for some reason. But I'm not getting that strong salty pretzel taste. Except on one or two occasions, but that's not very often. So it means kind of you're left with more the sort of texture of the pretzel rather than the taste of it, really, and it just means you've got like a crunchy vessel for your peanut butter flavour, I guess. And it's not bad. It works quite well. It's interesting. It's just interesting. It just provides you with a different take on pretzels, basically. These little pretzel biscuits, whatever they're called. What's actually saying they're called? It says pretzels, so yeah. So it's an interesting one. So I don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing, really. You can't taste the pretzels as much. I think it might be a good thing for something a bit different, because they do come out sometimes quite subtly. I mean, the peanut butter coating doesn't taste overly peanutty. It tastes quite creamy. Maybe a bit more. Maybe slightly caramel, but I think it just mixes with the pretzel middle just really well, and it just means you get like a. Miss Mother. You get like a sort of just a nullified effect where that sort of salty peanutty taste is kind of merged into the pretzel almost, and the salt taste, and you just sort of almost cancel each other out almost. You do get a salty taste coming from every now and again when you taste a particular part. Somehow or other. Yeah, I think then I don't know what to make of that. It's interesting. It's just different. It's different. You just get like a sort of different taste. You don't quite get the full taste of either of them, and you kind of seem to mix together a bit. And yeah, I think maybe cancel each other out. Could be a bit kind of numb to the taste of it now because I've had a few of them. But each time I don't feel like I'm having a strong peanut butter taste. Or a strong pretzel taste. I'm getting obviously I get the crunch and all the texture of the pretzel, but not really the taste. And so every now and again you do get a bit of a salty taste, but it's a very weird one. It's like a bit more of it's almost like a bit of a creamy caramelly covered pretzel really, rather than anything else. I don't think it's really, that's what I feel like I'm tasting. Yeah. I don't know, odd one really. There's obviously a peanut undercurrent there. With taste. There's no chunks of peanut in there. You know, I'm not tasting chunky peanuts or anything like that. Yeah, it's probably like flavouring or whatever. Does it even contain peanuts? Just came palm oil, it says. Don't think it tastes. I don't know. It says it may also contain peanuts. It says. So I don't think it actually contains peanuts. So I think it's just a flavouring, really. Yeah, an odd one. I don't know what to make of it. It's very very odd. I'll say it's the flavouring seems to counteract the sort of saltiness of the pretzel. There's no real peanuts in, and there's no peanut pieces. It's not sort of just flavouring. Yeah, it's not unpleasant. It's quite nice. I think it's just a weird one. As I say, you just don't get that salty pretzel taste or a particularly salty peanut taste. You just get a bit of more of a creamy taste, really. Yeah. I don't know. It's not unpleasant. It's just, I don't know. You might be disappointed really that it's not strong pretzel taste or peanut taste, peanut butter taste. But it does make it interesting. Let's just try one more. I would say there is a peanut taste there. You know, it's just maybe because I've had a few of them. It's gone. You know, it's harder to taste. But there's not much pretzel taste at all. Yeah. I'm saying the peanut butter taste is quite nullified as well. So, an odd one. Interesting, but odd. I don't know. I think if you want a peanut butter fix, there's probably better places to go. And if you want a pretzel fix, I think some of the other flavours are better, really. So, but nonetheless, it's not too bad. I think it's just interesting. It's nice to have the pretzels without that sort of salty taste, if you know what I mean. But really, I think it's probably something that you might just only once experienced once, and after that you'd probably just go for the regular ones, unless you didn't like pretzels in the first place, and this one sort of gets rid of that taste, so you prefer them. But then you probably wouldn't eat these anyway. You never try it, but yeah, so obviously it's something to consider. So I don't know. I think it's probably a 3.5, maybe a 4. I think I'm going to say a 3.5 because I think it's probably the fact that it's not really too much of a peanut butter, not really too much of a pretzel flavour. It'd probably be disappointing for most people, because obviously that's what you're expecting. But nonetheless, it does give you something a bit unique and something a bit different insofar as both the flavours go, that they're not quite themselves, if you know what I mean. It's not really a pretzel flavour and it's not really a peanut butter flavour. It's something in between. Very odd. Yeah, so there's that. So that's, that might be really up your street, in which case this elevates it even more. But I think for most people, you're going to be expecting the pretzel flavour and the peanut butter flavour, and you don't really get either overly strongly, strangely. But nonetheless, you still get the textures and you get a creamy coating. And the cream, I'd say, it is very creamy. It is a bit more caramelly, I think. I don't know, it just seems, it could just be the colour of it, maybe. I don't know. It just feels a bit sort of more creamy and sweet, rather than sort of salty and peanutty. So yeah. So a weird one, a very strange one, really. It still works, but perhaps only just. Yeah. So more of a curio, I think, than something you'll probably come back to again and again. I would say anyway. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5. Okay guys, so enjoyed that review. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment offering. I say, really always great. It's great to hear from you. It truly is. Yeah, so please do that. And if you haven't already, please subscribe as well, of course. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Patreon if you can, and the YouTube member program if you can as well. Have a look into those things. Links in the description, stuff like that. Discord channel as well. Great to see you there. It really will be. It's free and everything. So go check that out also. And hopefully I'll see you there. Thanks again, guys. Take care. Bye for now. Have a lovely day.